problem is that, people are still, probably saying, oh, it's the law, or, oh no, Queen's right because she's in the one party consent state. All I know is that it happened. I apologize. Okay. The person who did what they did today in regards to recording Lisa and her father, that is a whole nother, I
Right.
can't even, a whole nother
Absolutely.
legal issue because they're both in the same state. Okay.
Absolutely.
And my call was not a telephone call. Mine was an Instagram call that she initiated twice. And so that is another thing that's a little muddy because I'm like, well, is it a phone call or is it a social
Right.
media thing? But again, I'm still holding my ground. I'm not going to back down in regards to saying I probably shouldn't have done that and I'm sorry. And I will hold that even if a lawyer comes to me tomorrow and says, you were 100% right. I just shouldn't have done it. I should have just voiced it if I wanted to and say, look, she talked to me on the phone. It is what it is. This is what she said. Don't enable her. Okay. And I'm sorry. I just thought.
And I respect Queen. I really, really, really said that. And you're able to look at it from both.
Right.
And I was wrong for even like a whole live about that did talk for like 10 minutes about it. And apologize that, I should have just came to you and said feel about it. It was on a larger scale, because a lot of people I handle it. I don't know. I didn't handle it the way, and I am sorry, but I do said all that.
It's okay. And I didn't mean for the live yesterday to blow up as it did. I wish I could have controlled the comments because I don't want anyone to feel shame on what they look like because I know how that feels. Okay, Samantha, you're human. Whether we agree on things or not, I still treat you like the same respect I tried to give Lisa. Okay. And so just know that I'm not out for you. I'm not out to make you feel like you're not beautiful or you're not worthy or anything like that. I just felt cornered and I felt overwhelmed and I wasn't trying to make it some crazy witch hunt or attack on you. And that's it. I respect y'all. Thank you for inviting me up here this time. I feel like it's not shady and I tried to be respectful and make sure you didn't think I was just trying to hold a live behind your back, Samantha. Okay.
We all as awareness creators, how about we all agree to only talk about scammers? Like if we got to talk about somebody that's not our chat, then
they get invited.
They shouldn't be talked about.
Exactly. It shouldn't be talked about.
Yeah, they get invited.
And even I'm okay if you guys feel I agree with that, but I also want you guys to know that my inbox is open. If you guys feel like I present something next time that I messed up on, I totally will take the criticism and some constructive criticism to fix myself in the DMs. I'm not afraid to take accountability at all.
I love that about you. I don't know a lot about like what I'm seeing tonight, and
You're breaking up really bad. Blocked. I mean, I'm blocked from your account.
I'll unblock you guys. I'm just saying it was just scary, being told all this stuff. And I don't mind. I have nothing to hide. I will let you guys have access to my content. I'm not a shady person. I'm not sneaking anything. I'm not gossiping about y'all. So I will unblock you guys. So if anything comes up, y'all can message me. I promise you that.
And I know about you at all. Like I had no at all. Like I've been following you for a while and I've never, had an issue. I just disagree.
You're breaking up really bad, Megs.
Here's the
okay,
thing.
never mind.
You can't take it off this app. I talked to Lisa like 6 months ago. I didn't set up a live with her. She came in my live. She wanted to talk. My power went out 3 times. It was storming so bad here. And I came back and it was still 1,500 people in there. She said that she took, what she took. And I said, hey, you had to have made at least 10 grand on here. And she agreed with me. But I never took it off this app. You can't make personal calls with these people. The main reason is because they're not going to quit. And you can see it now. She's not going to quit. You got some lady filming her at the methadone clinic and getting her dad involved. That's ridiculous, man. Like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Like, everybody wants to save Jace, But why would you want that kid to get took away right at Christmas time? You know what I mean? You got to
Well,
have a heart.
not only that, why would you want that kid taken away from her? Period. That's his mom.
Exactly.
You know, regardless, no matter what she does, at the end of the day, she his mom, and he loves her regardless. He doesn't see all that we see. He just sees his mom is going through some tough times, and to take that kid away from that lady is you're not helping him; you're hurting him more than anything.
He could end up in a worse situation than he's
Yep.
in now. He's already old
Traumatize.
enough. Right.
You could traumatize him for life.
Yep. He's already old enough to like meet his own kind of like basic needs. He can feed himself. He can clothe.
And then
You know.
it's just a bad look to be so invested and to go to the lengths that you went to and then say, oh, I almost lost my account, so I'm done. I throw my hands up in the air, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore, I'm done. Because at the end of the day, we've all lost accounts and we've all spoken to Lisa on a personal level. We've had lives with Lisa. And she speaks respectful of all of us.
Not
And
me.
well, and she would still come to any of us if she needed any help. So I know you think that I'm picking on you. I am a realist. I don't gray. I don't look at gray. I look at black. I look at white. I look at the way things are and the way that I see them. And there was a series of events that, yes, I'm not going to lie to you, Queen, have made me totally question how genuine you are in what you're doing. But as I'm getting to know you, and I've never disputed there are things about you that I love. But
This is a learning process. She learned, okay? I've done
Yep.
stuff and learned. It's a learning process, you know? That's what it is.
yeah, and nobody's right or wrong.
Nobody knows everything on here either. I just know so much because I've done it for 3 years and I've been in pretty much every situation you can think of. I've had people lie on me and everything else.
Yeah.
Queen,
You know, when
Hi, everybody.
Is that maybe you can at least give us as a whole, like, maybe just take a second look and realize that, like, we're not all one group. There are many groups, and like we don't all do things the same way, and nobody in these boxes do any of the terrible stuff that you were naming off that is claimed that we do, and we actually try to fight against that kind of stuff.
Anybody in the group that I associate myself with, if I find out they're doxing, I always call them out. And I've yet to call anybody out because we don't do that. That's not what we're about. We're not about destroying people's lives. We're about trying to help people on this app. That's what we're doing. And Queen, you know you don't get paid off of this thing.
Mm-mm.
There is no monetary gain from doing what we're doing. Actually, like Auburn always points out, we have to pay at the end of the year because of our taxes, because of the gifts that people give us that we gift out.
Yeah.
Queen, Suba wanted me to tell you that Lisa is now saying that that whole spiel today was a planned skit for views.
Yeah, that's
she
not
always says that.
true.
That's what she always says. And she's saying she needs gas money and all this shit for her dad.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
it's
not.
it's never gonna end.
I mean, I have the last conversation that her and I had of my apology and her accepting it. She's been continued. I don't have contact with her. I knew, like I said yesterday, I don't know if Samantha was in there yet or anything, or was it earlier, like after? No, it was probably earlier in an earlier live. But I said that with quotations that she forgives me because she's an addict. I know that she can flip a switch and change her mind or say something wild. And so when people came to me today and said, she's saying it's a skit, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not surprised, but that's not true. The last conversation I have screenshotted so I could back my stuff up that and then she disclosed that we talk on the phone all the time. I've only spoken to her via Instagram, not a personal televised or telephone call, 2 or 3 times max ever in all the months I've known her. So, you know, I just think she's just trying to backtrack so she can save herself for what she said on the recording.
Oh,
Oh,
she
she's
can't say it's a
gonna
skit
use you
anymore.
forever. She used my name forever. Like, oh, I love Auburn. He's a great guy. Blah blah blah. Which, you know, you gotta let that shit roll off your shoulder because She's using you to get to people that like you.
Yeah.
You know, she knows you have a big following, and you had a big following before you even started doing any of this. So
Yeah.
when I saw you come on, I was like, hell yeah, because like Anywhere Man, he's got a big following. He goes after scammers. Anybody that can reach more people, I totally appreciate that shit more than anything, because that's what it's all about, to let other people know. It's about nothing else. It's not about likes, views, none of that shit. It's about letting people know, especially the older women with SSI checks that get on here and give people their last $10 and $20. That makes me sick, but I
Yeah.
see it every day.
I got a question for you, Queen.
Mhm.
Why are you doing anti-scam? What is your motive behind it? Is it to help a scammer get into recovery or fix their life, or is it to help people save their money?
The majority of it is to help people save their money because
Okay,
it's just ridiculous. But I
okay. With
just
that,
fell into the like I said, the Lisa thing fell into my heart a little harder to try to help her because my sister had an addiction problem before, and so it just I think with my heart sometimes too much, and so I fell into the save them mode, which is a characteristic of myself. And so, no, I'm not out here trying to be, a counselor or a therapist or get everybody clean, because we know a lot of these people on here do have issues. It may not be as obvious as Lisa's, but I'm not here trying to reach out to every single one of them. I just, for some reason, attached to her when we started talking more, and I fell into it. But I am here to spread awareness so people don't give into spending their last dollar, because we're all working for our dollars here, and these scammers are not bettering themselves. It's always the same story every day. They never show any proof of improving their own life. And also, we know that a lot of them can be on substances, and we're enabling the end to them with it
There's
too.
actually people that's passed away from getting a little bit of money on here.
um, with that being said, Queen, what you just said, stick to the latter part. Don't if they reach out to you, don't answer them back, because you're not here to save them. You're not going to save them. We all know none of us is going to save any of them.
I
What
know.
we are going to do is save that one or two people on this app from giving their last dollar to one of them.
Right.
Keep that focus. That's all. That's all. It's a lesson. You learned a lesson out of all this. Yeah, it was a harsh lesson to learn, but it's a lesson you learned, and now you know exactly where to focus at, and keep your eye on that goal, that one goal, and that's to help the people.
Right.
Yeah.
Our goal is not to stop the scammer, but to stop the scammer from getting donations. We're just spreading awareness.
And we will
Right.
never
That's it.
stop them from getting donations, but we can slow them down.
Slow
And
them
we can
down.
stop
Correct.
people
You're
from
right.
donating to them.
You're right.
Not everybody's going to stop, but
Yep.
the ones that really see what we're producing, see our videos about them, and they see it for themselves, then those are the ones we're looking to help.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people learn the hard way. You know, these people say, why don't you show your face? Why don't you show your face? Well, that's all fine and dandy till you run into one of them at Walmart and they point one of them things in your face and like, bitch, what's up now?
Right.
And you got your kids with you. You know, that's a real deal thing. So I try to tell people, think about it. Make a troll account, say it's not you, say it's somebody else, and try to do it. Because there's going to be a day you're going to run into one of these people, and it's not going to be no, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be like, it's time to go. And that's the reality of it. You know, people can say hide your face all day long, but when you go after people for serious shit and you mess with their money, they're ready to take you out of this world.
Right.
I've been there. But my advice to you is stay out of them DMs. I mean, talk to the people you talk to, but I've watched so many people learn the hard way from those DMs. I learned the hard way. I had a girl stab me directly in the back, and I didn't never do nothing to her. Straight up lied on me.
Better yet, Queen, go ahead and make yourself an email address. Do
Mhm.
not do a recovery to it. Do a fictitious name, fictitious birth date. Do not link it to your telephone number or any other number, and put that in your bio. That's what I have. Like, somebody can search that email to their fingers fall off, and it will not link to anything. Do that, and have people send you messages there, so you stay out your DMs, like Auburn said.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
I mean, it's a learning process.
I think from just my perspective, I'm trying to be Switzerland here. Is it squash between Sam and Queen, or is this something that they need to continue to hash out?
No, it needs to end, man. Imagine all the shit we could do if we didn't do this shit.
Yep.
Well, and that's the end goal here is for this all to be squashed.
Yes.
Look at all the big creators that are in this boxes. We're not big creators per se, but when it comes to anti-scam, our videos are seen millions of times between all of us. Imagine the good we can be doing right now, like Auburn said, talking about guidelines abuse and stuff of that nature, instead of hashing out problems that we're having with each other.
You want to know how bad I'm hated? I created an account, and it wasn't even 22 hours later they took me out. I've created an account and been took down in a day, 2 days, 3 days, sometimes a couple weeks, but usually before I hit 1,000, they take me out because I'm a target. If you'll go look on Reddit, I've posted over 200 of them. Those are people that I've went after. Some of them lie about cancer. Some of them lie and use their kids, their animals, and they hate me. They hate me with a passion. They'll even come on this live and they'll say, "Fuck you, Auburn." And when they see me in public, they're going to do something to me. And I already know that. So you need to think about that stuff. This shit's real. This shit ain't a game.
Yep. And for those of you who think you're gonna come in here and make one account and it's gonna flourish forever, nah, you're mistaken. Because your accounts will come down left and right.
That's why on this account, I just say how I feel. I'll write it out on the video, but I won't post anybody because I'm about to lose this account. And I didn't make it not too long ago. So I'm just tired of losing accounts. There's so many of them out there.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of making them. You get tired of it.
I just made a rookie mistake on the main account. That's why I'm on this backup, is because that's where I want to do a lot of the work. But I feel like with the other one, I felt like my videos, if I keep them the way that I do and be lighthearted and more like, I don't know, I can't say happy about how I, address or spread awareness, that the videos get out a lot easier on that account than it would this backup account. But when I do the lives or discuss it, I try to keep it on this account, and I totally jacked it up the other day.
They'll come to you though. They'll eventually come to you as long as you don't, change it up too bad. But I've changed my name completely, but I show their faces. TikTok lets you post like 32 or 34 pictures, and I put scammers up there and I show their whole face and everything. I never gave a shit because what are they going to do? You got to prove what I'm saying is wrong before you can do anything to me.
Right.
I put bits and pieces of their video up, and that's my receipts because I use their words against them, and the videos still come down for bullying and harassment. And it's and I don't see how, because my commentary is for educational purposes, and I always take a line out of what they say and I put that in my comment, and they flag them for bullying. How am I bullying harassment when I'm saying exactly what you're saying? So at the end of the day, we're going to be hated. At the end of the day, people are not going to want us to get the message out there because, like Auburn said, we're hurting their pockets.
Right.
But don't lose what you worked so hard for. Don't lose your big account because of this shit. I'd hate to see that. Like, you worked hard for that shit. You had this way before this bullshit, and you're gonna be like, damn, I wish I would have never done that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just do it over on your other, like your backup or whatever. Your people will come over there. They'll follow, and that one will grow.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to put it out there for everyone. I'm not anti-scam. I know a lot of people think I am because you'll see me in a chat or sometimes a box, but I am not anti-scam. I do not make anti-scam videos. I just don't. I'm friends with who I want to be friends with, but I see a lot of stuff people saying about me being anti-scam, yet thinking I'm an enabler, and no, just no. Setting it straight right here and now. If you look at my page, you will not see the scammer.
You can make an account. My main account that I post all my content on, I only have 200 followers. I usually might go 202, but that's the people you can trust. That's the people that's going to take your videos and put them on their page. And that way you can never be took down because people that you really trust ain't going to report your videos. So that's why I've had that account for a little bit longer, because that's all I accept, 200 people that I know has been around me. And you might could do it that way. I mean, that's just a thought, but
Yeah.
that's what I have to do. I have no choice. If I post a video, it's going down.
Yeah.
Love button.
Beth Osborne, all of them hate me. They hate me with a passion.
Love button. What do you mean? What's the difference?
I guess she's trying to figure out what's the difference, if there's like a difference between like maybe anti-scam or just awareness pages, or is there a difference between the two the two names, because it's been said
There,
different times.
there is
Honestly,
really
I
no,
think that people
there really is
there's
no
no difference
difference.
that people have been putting on. Yeah, there's no difference, but people have been putting like a real negative context to anti-scam, and that's why I have just like I'm nothing. I'm Megs. I like to create content. Like I don't like the labels. I don't like the things that people group us all into, even though it's not all of us.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like to call myself a awareness page, but
Yeah.
that's pretty much it for me.
It's because it sounds better. It sounds way better than anti-scam. Anti-scam has a negative stigma to
Yeah.
it right now nowadays. So the
Exactly.
anti-scam sounds more not anti-scam. I'm sorry. Awareness has the more appealing sound to it. Everybody wants something appealing, and that sounds more appealing than anti-scam. But at the end of the day, anti-scam, guidelines abuse, awareness, it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing.
And there's some good people and there's some bad people in all groups of life.
Yeah.
Yep.
And those bad people make those good people look bad.
And Kween, I know you were saying last night, you said it several times, that I seem to be the common denominator, and I can completely understand where you're coming from when you say that, but I will assure you that the thing is that I'm not the person that's going to keep my mouth shut and sit there and watch shit happen that I don't agree with. There is a new person here with a black and blue cloak that's called End Scamming Backup, and they are posting hateful comments, they are posting children, and they are doxing. And I've spoken out against them as well. I will always speak out about what I think is right and what I think is wrong. Again, my opinion does not mean that I'm right or I'm wrong. It's just simply me expressing how I feel about it. That's all.
I think that person was new and that they gave Amy a lot of money, and they don't, they're learning. Like, you get on here, you don't know not to do that. You just want to put the information out there. When they're holding their baby in front of the screen, you don't bleep it out. You know what I'm saying? Because you just go after the person and they don't understand it. So that's why they did it. People have to learn.
My opinion, you want to run a good awareness, anti-scam, guidelines abuse platform, keep your opinion out of your videos. Just put it out there and let people draw their own conclusion from it.
Yep, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think sorry.
I can't even comment anywhere. They report my comments. So even if it's a sad face or a gross face or whatever, they take it down every time.
I feel like this was very, very productive, and I like the thought of being on the same page, as everybody. And I hope this is, we get, like Auburn was saying, like learn a lesson from all of this.
Again, is this the same Smashley as last night? Why does she hate us one day and she's like loves us the next? What's going on with this girl?
Oh my God. I didn't block her.
I don't pay attention to shit like that.
Neither do I.
Like the comments, I don't really pay attention to them, especially when it's a question that's been answered 1,000 times and stuff like that. Like, you just trying to stir up more shit. If y'all can't see it, like, all you gotta do is sit back and watch. People will stir shit
Listen,
just to
guys,
watch the drama.
one thing about me, I post the truth. I post against guidelines abuse. That's mostly what I do. Whether you anti-scam awareness or whatever you want to call yourself, and I catch you doing something, if I post you, it's a reason why I post you, and I will post receipts. I don't care if it's Auburn, Sam, Queen, Scam Opera. It doesn't matter to me. I have a guidelines that I hold myself by, and I expect everybody to hold themselves by that same guidelines. You can't be playing both sides of the fence on this.
Mm-hmm.
You either for it or you against it. Period.
Yeah, there's a lot of two-faced people in the world. You'll learn that doing this. You'll learn it real fast.
Ridiculous. And then
Oh,
people
big
said
time.
last night, show your face, show your face. I'm being fat shamed brutally because I've told people that I'm a bigger woman and I'm having surgery. Why the fuck would I show my face? Are you kidding me?
And
See,
just so
all
you guys know, I seen Sam. Sam is not big. She thinks she's bigger than what she is.
Oh,
Sam is gorgeous.
You would be like, what is she talking about?
Yeah.
So for all you guys that come out here, eat a Snickers, Twinkies, eat some donuts, you guys are making yourselves look like fools. You're showing your true colors. You're
Sam
just
is
mad
hot.
because in high school you wasn't down with that clique, and now because you're an adult, you think you got a voice. That's the wrong voice to project out there.
Childish.
So is this between Sam and Queen?
Yeah, I said 30 minutes ago that I wish her nothing but success on her platform. I hope that she continues to do what she's got to do. Yeah, I don't have any further issues. I paired in lives. I have a much smaller following, but I have 30 on all my accounts. And that you have to have people that you know are going to protect you, and have they carry your the same qualities that you believe in, like the appearance comments and the nastiness and stuff like that. And she'll be just fine.
Yeah, and even if it's like somebody who is in your live regularly and maybe you don't know them personally and you don't know them well, but you know they support you, give them a chance. Like mod them for a day and just see how that goes. If it doesn't work out, you can unmod them at any time. But just kind of try to, you know, build up your mod list and I think you're going to be just fine.
Well, thank you guys for the advice, and yeah, I'm done with, the whole Sam argument. It is, I want Sam to continue to do what she does best, because like I said, I actually found Sam many, many months ago, and I actually enjoy that content, and the way you do it. And I will, after I get off of here, give me some time, but I will try to get everybody in the panel at least unblocked. So you guys are more than welcome to give me constructive criticism or advice on any future things that I do, because I do appreciate your guys'
No, I want that
opinions,
from
but
you
I
too, though.
definitely,
That's not.
yeah,
That's
do you know what
the same,
DM
and it's
stands
the
for?
same for you.
yeah,
Do y'all know what DM stands for?
direct message.
What?
Drama messages. It's drama. When you stay out of them DMs, you will avoid all drama. Because that's how I stay out of drama. I don't do that shit. I'm not going to do drama.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's dumb. It's just nothing but bullshit. So stay out of
Yes.
drama
Do
messages
you
and your ass will flourish on here. Because
Right.
people are
do you
two-faced. They'll be
please,
like your friend, and then they'll be trying to dox you the next day.
Right.
Queen? I hope you don't think that
to do and
I'm speaking for myself, but probably for everybody else. I Your content is just fine. Like no, I don't think anybody up here is telling you how to run your page or any of that. I think that it was more of like a morality thing. Like I just
Right.
didn't agree with that one piece of thing, and I handled it incorrectly. But like you,
But I was
that's your page, that's your content, and I would never like try to dictate that. But like if you see that, if I'm out of line or I'm out of bounds or you have questions about something, like please, please, please come to me.
Yeah, that's I can do that, and I want you guys to be able to. If you guys like he says, the magical DMs come in, and you hear something about what I said or they said I said, like, oh, you guys are more than welcome to come to me I'm a genuine person. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'll take responsibility if something hurts your feelings or you feel attacked or anything, because I'm not out here to do that. I'm not here to focus on, I want to band together. Like, we're all here for the same reasons, and
Yep.
that's that, and so I do thank you guys for making me feel safe on the panel tonight, because I was mortified to join, but I was like, I'm going to do it because I know that Mr. Got be like, if you can't come up or you can't, if you block, you might be hiding something. And I'm like, I'm not hiding anything.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you did come up here.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't like tension, especially with people that are trying to accomplish the same thing. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about any awareness anti-scam creators, and I'm personally going to be only focused on the scammers, and having like fun girls' night lives, and that's it.
Right.
And if you catch me slipping, you let me know.
Okay.
Wait, you slipping right now. Why it's got to be only girls' night out? Why can't the guys join?
Well, it's usually like the girls in God or the girls in Auburn.
Y'all are women, and it's harder for women get their feeling hurt easy. Like, I know. So it's you got to keep your feelings out of awareness, and when you do that, you'll see how good it'll be for you.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, I've had people call me a POS in people's chat that's supposed to be anti-scam, and they didn't say nothing about it. Like, really?
Yeah.
I just
And,
think
and you got to take the source too. Like,
everyone here is grown. There's no reason for people to not be able to talk things out.
Yeah.
exactly.
And I know it's again. I'm gonna say it again because I am vocal, and you're seeing the comments of the people, and they're telling you this, Sam, this is how she is, and I'm not for everybody. I will be the first to admit that I am absolutely not. But I'm a 41 years old. There are things I can definitely change, absolutely, but for the most part, I am myself. And I do speak with conviction, and I do speak in what I believe in, but I want everybody to do the same thing. I think the more of us that are out there doing it, that's fantastic. Um, Again, you made it. You know what, Queen? I respect that you took accountability, and again, still nobody can sure whether it was right or whether it was wrong. We could only say whether we would have done it or not done it. But you took accountability and you took responsibility for it, and you're using it to learn and grow, and that's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I love that. I really do.
Yeah. If I'm going to hold scammers accountable, I need to be able to hold myself accountable. So I wanted to make sure I did that.
That's right. Hold yourself by the guidelines that you hold for them. You hold yourself accountable for the same ones, and everybody can respect that. At the end of the day, you have to do that.
Right. Exactly.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go sit in the bushes, but
Can I change the subject real quick? I got to ask something. What was up with all that Carmen and Lisa stuff?
Oh, yeah. So I don't know if you guys remember back when all that Lisa stuff. You guys remember when the Michelle stuff happened, when she was battling and like raising money to send gifts to Jace? Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, they didn't get the money.
Well, do you remember she was battling this girl named Casey?
Yes, that was her.
That's Carmen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I didn't know that. So
Yeah,
this
I didn't
explains a
either.
lot to me then.
Right. When she was
No wonder she
I
bought him pizza.
Exactly. When she was like, I spent all that money on pizza, I was like, I looked at her picture, I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
But would you have drove up to that clinic to talk to her dad? Like, that's too far,
to
man.
that clinic, Auburn. She goes to that clinic.
Well, still, think about the people you're putting in jeopardy that's coming out of there that has, good jobs that are just trying to get off of that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you could ruin somebody's life if they seen you in the background. They're like, oh, God, that's so-and-so.
She did.
He sells houses.
Ronnie said she's going after her. She said she will not stop until she's out of that clinic.
Yeah.
Now, that's a real lawsuit.
Yeah. Well, and her dad didn't know he was being recorded at all. And
Yeah, you don't do that shit.
in a
Everybody
two-party
say bye to
consent.
Queen.
Bye,
Hey,
Bye, Queen.
Queen.
Thank you.
Hi,
Th-
Queen.
thank you for coming up and being brave for stepping up because I know it was the hardest thing you probably done in the past couple days.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's why they have rules like that. You can't record inside the clinic, on the premises at all. There's signs everywhere.
Yep.
It's a no. It's a no, it's a no. It's disgusting.
And she tried to legitimize it on the lives. All I did was ask if that was your dad. No, you had a whole conversation with him.
Well, and then at the end be like, we got it, we got it, we got it. That's it.
I'm dropping.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Victoria.
Bye, Victoria.
Uh-oh, Auburn. I'm getting closer to that middle box. Somebody above you drops. I'm getting it.
Oh, I don't care about the middle box.
I know you don't.
About a week before Christmas, won't none of y'all be around. Y'all be so sick of this shit. I don't really do much. That's why I ain't really been doing much. I did post Toxic Fairy. Have y'all seen her rap sheet? Holy moly. Remember I
Yes,
said,
I
have you ever
have.
been to jail? That's why. What did she say when I said, have you ever been to jail? Oh my God, has she been to jail? I'm talking
Yes,
about like 20 times.
I seen it and I was like, Jesus Christ, this lady is on the wrong side right now.
Yeah,
That's what that M word does to you. You've seen the deterioration throughout the years. She was a pretty lady.
yes, she was.
So that just shows you what she does on this app, manipulating people.
Right now, she's at that age where she's playing the sweet old grandma with cancer.
Oh yeah.
No, you're projecting the wrong thing because everybody can see the truth.
If you got cancer,